Welcome to Redland Radio.
Welcome everybody to 2022. Thank you so much. I guess we made it through another year. Everybody made it through another year. They always say that every year, but I think it actually means something this time. That you don't die from a fucking virus. Yeah, 2022. Feel like I'm in science fiction. I don't know where our flying cars are, but you know. Oh, what to do. I guess we start out with a shout out to some native songs. A native drum group I got a link to that someone sent me. They're like, check these guys out. They're fucking kicking ass, you know? That's what he sounded like. He's like, yeah, you gotta check it out, man. They're fucking kicking ass, man. So I was like, all right. I checked out the link on YouTube, and it's Walking Buffalo 2021, and at the Alexis Powwow. All right, and I'll put up a little, clip thing. Check it out. It's badass. I love this shit's tight. It's tight. I love the slow, first half of the song, and then the second half they go full blown. They pull all the stops out. Whatever that means. Yeah, and awesome 2021. So shout out to Walking Buffalo. And what else we got? A little bit about me. I had been off for a week and going to start working again next week as a data researcher for a company. And start a new project. See how that goes. Crunching numbers. Anyways, what else we got here? Oh, I've been on this Beatles kick that Beatles. I've just been checking out all the documentaries, been looking at the songs. The songs are just amazing. I mean, they're geniuses. And it seems like they put no effort into making those songs, but they're just. And so the documentaries I was checking out was Get Back, which just came out. and it takes the whole. They videoed the whole their last performance and probably their last album was on top of the roof in Liverpool, or their recording studio in the wherever they recorded studio at London, whatever. So it's all a build up to them. They had 14 or 3 weeks or something like that to practice new songs and then go up there on that roof and record it. And they weren't even thinking about doing it on the roof until the very end, but it's a great ending. That was the last time they actually played together and recorded, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, John Lennon got shot shortly after that. But yeah, it's great. It's amazing to see, how everyone comes together, and it's a good part of the Beatles because they're all, they're the hippie stage of the Beatles. They all got long hair and beards. And then I also watched 8 Days a Week, which was a Ron Howard film about 5-6 years ago. And that highlights their whole touring years where they were just blowed up the world, And they actually had one part where I forgot where they was playing, but like 100 people got killed, 100 kids. That's all that went to that show. Fucking teenage girls. And then that showed their biggest concert was in New York or somewhere in that baseball field, and there was like 50,000 people. Like on a regular, I think concerts around 15,000 to 20,000, and then if you're a badass, it's around 30,000. But if you're the Beatles, 50,000. I mean, that thing was packed. And then it talks about how they got burned out and like. So they had to take some time out, and then John Lennon said that shit about, we're practically bigger than Jesus, and so he says that, and then the fucking everybody blows up, and like everybody hates him, even in London and America, because they were like, oh, Beatles think they're better than Jesus, and he said that in like one interview. But if you know John Lennon, which I do personally. He's always sarcastic, even in interviews. He one of the parts was going up to John, and he was like, "Well, there they are." He's pointing to the camera. 50 million people waiting to watch, and he's like, "I don't. That doesn't look like 15 million. It looks like one person." That was his humor, and they were all like that. They were all super funny and just. Didn't take anything too seriously, sarcastic, and just awesome. Great group of white guys. I know they probably took most of their sound from the blues groups, Little Richard, etc. But everybody did. Shit. Even Jimi Hendrix. Everybody copied the blues era, which they don't get enough credit for. That shit was just the foundation of modern rock and pop music. Rolling Stones copied them. Everybody. Jim Morrison. All about the blues. I loved it. Okay, a little bit of viewer-listener write-ins. Someone wanted to go over this guy on TikTok. I guess he's getting pretty big. Modern_warrior. So he's on there, and he had this little clip that says, and it pulls up this white guy talking shit, like some redneck. He's like, Native Americans highest percentage of dropouts. And then he responds with, well, at least we don't shoot up our schools. So, both of those things are incorrect, because there was one school in Oklahoma that got shot up by an Indian, brought a his gun to the fucking school. Regardless, the first incorrect is Native Americans' highest percentage of dropouts. Well, that is correct, but their analysis of that is incorrect because they are comparing that percentage of population to the percentage of populations that whites are, the percentage of population that blacks, Mexicans, and even Asians, so on and so on. So, if you want to look at the numbers, then anything that we do, and you can look it up, anything that we do is the highest percentage of whatever, the highest percentage of, alcoholism, the highest percentage of, whatever per population. And it's fucking statistics. It's just out there. You know why we have the highest percentage of whatever for whatever? Is because we don't have the highest percentage of population. We have the lowest. We have the lowest population, even below Asians, in America. And that's why they're all comparing it to. Yeah, if you look at fucking alcoholism and, shit like that, then it's going to be high for our population because we don't have the numbers. And we're living amongst groups that have way higher population percentages. So their population per whatever is down compared to ours. It's about numbers, people. Duh, we're going to have a high percentage of fucking, what do they say? High school dropouts per group. Yeah, because our group's so fucking low. And so if you want to look at it, I'm pulling this up, Native American population in 2020, 9.7 million. More people in Maine with 9.7 million. So, this represents 2.9% of the U.S. population. 2020. 2.9. And that was a huge increase from 2010. It took 10 years to jump up from 5.2 to 9.7. Basically, we jumped by 2 from 2010 to 2020. It took 10 fucking years. We're barely at 2.9% of the we'll call it 3.3% of the US population. So if you look at what was 5.2 million in 2010, what percentage was that? That was like barely a 1%. And before that, I remember looking at that, we were less than 1%. Less than 1% of the fucking total population of the United States. That's why our fucking numbers are high. If you look at it now, deaths of COVID. Well, what's the percentage of Native Americans died from COVID? Why are they dying so much? Because we got a fucking low population. Just look at the data. That's why I hated looking at fucking statistics on Native Americans. Because it's skewed. Okay, might use a stat term. You have to look at how much the standard deviation deviates from the norm. So if you want to put it in stat terms, there's a way to look at that. It's basically saying the data is it's not fair when you're comparing to fucking whites with so many people and blacks. Everybody. We just don't have it. We are just not. It's not fair for us at all, and it's because of our numbers. So, just to review the 2021, we had a couple of cool things happen in Washington. Redskins changed the name in July of 2021. So, I never viewed it as being a derogatory term because I always considered, the red man, the Redland, the redskin. But I guess redskins mean different things depending on how you look at it. Could be the scalps of Indians. Could be the scalps of whites. But yeah, I wanted to go more into that. There's another movie out there called all right, let's move on to a little bit of Indian sports. Great website to go to, indiansports.com. They do an excellent job. And we all about sports. We all about that ball. Ball is life, buddies. If you ain't balling, you ain't living. I hate basketball. But anyways, ton of Native American basketball players in college basketball. All women are dominating. And there's a documentary produced by Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is he's the big white guy in Parks and Recreation. He's also plays in Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's doing that, and he's going to show it from now until March at selected high schools. Let's see. So, okay, Oklahoma has Kelby Washington, Choctaw. Leads in assists and steals. Oh, Sterling Harjo, congratulations to him to getting all these awards for that what is it? Reservation Dogs. And I'll be honest, I don't like that. I don't like it. I didn't get into it. I liked the Bill Burr episode because, I like Bill Burr. Yeah, I think he had a hard time doing a southern accent. Come on, man, Sterling. You need somebody to teach these boys how to talk Creek, try to talk country. Shit, you let me know, man. I'll be your acting coach, your voice coach. I said, what you gotta do is get that fucking chew in your mouth first. All right, get that good old coat hanging up in that mouth. Shit, and after that, boy, you be Oklahoma bound, boy. But I'm just kidding. Award for Breakout Series, Scholarship Foundation. Creek Nation got him a scholarship foundation, so all you guys that want to pursue, the video arts, then go for that scholarship. 2021 Tolson of the Year. So yeah, big applause for old Sterling Harjo, boy. Y'all better give him some applause now. And then if anybody want to write or call in about why this movie is good, or why this series is good, let me know. Besides the fact they're doing Northern Indians playing Southern, I don't know. And, oh, God. Let's see. This was dumb as shit, but some kid... See, this is why kids shouldn't have phones and internet and all this shit. Some kid asked Siri to give him a challenge. Siri, give me a challenge to do. What's popular? Because I fucking hate all these stupid ass challenges that people do. Like 2021, they were walking on the egg crates or the milk crates. What is it? The crates, plastic crates, and stacking them, and that was like a crackhead challenge. And then it caught on. Stupid ass challenges, getting people like killed and shit. Anyway, another challenge is dumb is that hot wing challenge. I mean, who wants to go on there and fucking ingest that shit? Later on, you got the fucking fire squirts. You might go into cardiac arrest during eating that shit. It's just fucking evil, evil shit. Like, let's see how much you're gonna fuck yourself up for all of us to laugh. All right. So yeah, that kid was like, was told to do a challenge, and Siri said, "Get a penny," and then like, I don't know what, put it in your mouth, and then put it into a socket, or get the penny and touch the metal prongs and then put it in a socket. Now, if that's a real fucking challenge, I'm gonna be pissed off. Are kids that fucking dumb? I mean, on TikTok, that's what it takes. Fucking near death to get likes and hits or fucking views. Oh my god, this generation. It's not that bad. It's pretty bad because you don't want to fuck with a wall outlet. All right. I when I was growing up, when I was a kid, there was like, I dare you to lick that that battery right there, and you would do it, and then it would give you a shock on your tongue. That was dumb as shit too. That fucking square battery. I can't think of the name of it. I mean, how many of you out there has ever done that? I've done that. But I was dumb enough not to fuck around with outlets. I know that shit. But then they're trying to blame Siri, and it's like with all fucking robots. It's like it's only as smart as the people that give it information. So it's like, yeah, you got to blame the owners. If Siri was a dog, then the owners fucking taught that dog how to fucking bite and shit, and that's the reason it bought the fucking neighbor's kid. All right, next subject. The tribes were cool enough to allow the federal funds from the government and then distribute that funds for COVID purposes, since we've all been out of work for a couple of years. So thank you, tribes, for using the funds that were intended to be distributed to us in the beginning. But the way they distribute it, most tribes just sent out disbursement checks. Okay, got to the people at a timely manner. Other tribes decided to go with card services. So NetSpend was one of the card services and fucked everything up. I don't know. They need to get a percentage. The tribe needs to get a percentage of how many of those people's cards were sent to the wrong fucking address. All right. So this tribe I'm not going to name, it's not my tribe, but they started, I think, August of 2021 with the sign up, the application to get this disbursement through via NetSpend card. It took a month, and all the cards got sent to the wrong places. Nobody got their funding. That was August. So September, nothing. October, nothing. Finally, November. Well, I think October, November, people started finally getting their COVID money, federally funded COVID money. A couple thousand wasn't shit. A couple of thousand ain't shit. I'll be gone in less than 2 weeks. And it took you a month and a half to get it to you. So people were just waiting on had their rent lined up and saying, oh, okay, it's going to be in, and never get there. And it got sent to the wrong place, and then you had to call them back up. And then the tribe tries to offer some bullshit hotline or a number that you can call and ask about that. But the problem with that is nobody ever picks up the phone. Even if they did pick up the phone, they probably don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. They don't know what to do, so they just said, well, you just got to call NetSpend and figure that shit out for yourself. We don't know. And then their excuse for not picking up the fucking phone was that there's too many people calling at one time. Well, hire more people. Figure this shit out. And then their next excuse was, well, this is the first time we went with NetSpin, so we didn't really know what we were doing. We're talking about fucking money to the people, and you guys don't have a fucking plan. You're just going off the hook. Why go that stupid-ass NetSpin card route when a fucking check worked perfectly? Well, their answer was, people don't know how to open a bank account. How do you not fucking know how to open a fucking bank account? God. Well, the bank account, they don't know how to have a bank account, and then the checks could be sent to the wrong. Well, the fucking cards were sent to the wrong people. With our, more than just that, with our information on there. And it's not even like, you know, it's like, who's behind all that shit? What bank did you go through to fund that NetSpin account to where it gets in you? There's three parties here. There's the tribe, there's that NetSpin card, and there's a bank, which we don't know what bank it is, probably Bank of, you know, whatever, that backs all this shit. And so with the release of all our data going to the wrong people, and then now we got our personal information sent to that bank. Bottom line is, whatever bank that is, just making a shit ton of money off the tribes. All this funding that's supposed to go to us is going to that NetSpend, is going to that bank. So you got some white guy behind there just making money, thinking tribes are dumb again, which that's how it always goes. That's my rant on these stupid cards. Listen, if you're here and you don't know how to open a damn bank account, then fuck, man. That's bullshit. They gave a certain percentage of people that didn't know how to open bank accounts. Now compare that to people whose cards were misplaced and all that shit. Fuck, give me those numbers. So yeah. And everybody, all the other tribes just went ahead and went with tried and true of, check disbursements. If it was me, I wouldn't even disperse the check through mail. I would say, come to the tribe headquarters and pick up the damn check. How hard is that? Yeah, there's going to be a line, but fuck, at least it's, completed. Take a day off and try to pick up this check. Or make certain days for certain groups, to pick up their check. How hard is that? You don't have to rely on the physical mail if you're worried about shit getting lost or stolen. So anyways, don't matter. I just go spend it at casino anyways. lose $800 in 30 minutes. So I think I'm through everything. Let's see, movies lately, shows. I mentioned the Sam Elliott one earlier. If you're into that, the Hawkeye series is badass. Let's see, I started watching. Of course, Spider-Man: No Way Home was badass. And then that got me watching the Daredevil series again. If you watch that first and second season of Daredevil, that shit is cool as shit. And then we got the Book of Boba Fett coming out. That's, I think, episode 2 is already out. I'm about to watch that. Book of Boba Fett, and then shortly after that, The Mandalorian. Fucking awesome shit. They're saving the whole Star Wars franchise. Jon Favreau, those guys are geniuses. They did the whole, Iron Man, Avengers with all those guys, and Robert Rodriguez is also working on the Book of Boba Fett. It's gonna be good. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be good.